Just thought you'd be interested.
Old Eddie's not the innocent he used to be.
Meaning?
On the take, like the rest of them.
You and all your big talk. We only want to make this dump bearable.
You're being fed and clothed and paid to work all at the state's expense. Now, if you don't like it, you shouldn't have broken the rules in the first place.
Who do you think you are?
I shouldn't have had to do it at all. That's the governor's job. But apparently that's the way it's going to be. Anne gets the kudos and the salary and I do all the dirty work. Well, she's got another thing coming.
Hey, what is this?
Look, either she is fit enough to do this job, and that means all of it, or she can find herself another whipping boy. I've had it and the bloody job. And the sooner she knows about it, the better.
Can I come in?
Be my guest. Don't expect me to apologize.
Oh, I just thought you and I should have a little talk.
Take the best chair. I expect you here to slap my wrist.
No. I just came to remind you that the women here have feelings, that's all.
Oh, look, I'm sorry I upset them, but I'm not about to be used by anyone.
Well, you're the one that wanted to be one of us.
So?
So I think you got off to a bad start.
Look, they're behaving like a bunch of kids.
Oh, well, can you blame them for that? You got to stop and look at the people you're dealing with, Camilla. Most of those women never had a fair chance in life. They went from bad families to bad marriages. Do you know that this place is the only security they've ever known? Now, they would like it to be better if it could be. You can't blame them for that.
I keep hearing that argument, and it stinks.
Now, hang about.
Look, I hustled my way up the ladder to where I am now. I didn't have the benefits you talked about either, but I am not like the women in here. I just don't believe that they tried hard enough.
Oh, they tried all right. But they didn't have your looks, did they? They didn't have your brains. Can you imagine someone like Cass getting a scholarship to university?
Now, that's an exception.
Oh, well, then what about Phyllis? What about Babs? What about Jacko?
All right, point taken.
Be fair, Camilla. There are a lot of born losers in this place. The last thing they want is someone like you with everything, treating them like dirt.
I didn't treat them like dirt. I liked them. I showed them that, didn't I?
From your own protected little world, maybe. Now, if you want to come in here and get some dirt for your radio program, do that. You do that. But don't try and be friends with us. We may be a bit short on brains, but we're not stupid.
I'm sorry. Did it look that way?
I'm afraid it did. There's some nice people here. You try and understand that, and you'll find out.
And, will they give me another chance?
Try us.
Can I get you one, Meg?
Oh, thank you, Stanley. Yes, white with one.
Good.
Is there any news on Pixie Mason?
I still can't believe she'd do a thing like that. There must be some sort of sensible explanation.
Sensible? Pixie?
Yes, I suppose that is the wrong word. Oh, thank you, Stanley. Won't you join us?
No, I thought I'd sort out the pianola rolls. Make sure everything's ready.
That's right, it's the official opening of your glee club this afternoon.
That's right.
Isn't it? Good luck.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope the women appreciate it.
Oh, don't worry. They're very enthusiastic. I better get to it.
Oh, I hope he's not disappointed. The women don't often stick at anything.
Oh, you're being a bit pessimistic, aren't you?
Do you think so? I mean, just have a look at Wally's pottery classes.
Well, if we don't give them a chance, they'll never succeed at anything, will they? I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, by the way, have you heard the good news? The department have decided to withdraw my resignation.
Oh?
Congratulations.
Thank you both. Nice to be part of the team again.
Oh, I've had it. What about you, mate? Ready to hit the road?
Oh, no worries. I'm buggered.
I'm going to stay the night. Alice used to stay the night.
Yeah, well, I'm not Alice. I mean, I hope you don't mind, but I've got a family to look after.
Well, Alan could stay. He'd make sure he didn't get lonely.
Sorry.
Oh, well. I guess I can look after it for tonight. Can we call you if things get desperate?
For the house or for you?
Oh, party pooper.
Anyone want a drink? No, not for us, and not for you. Now, the no booze rule sticks. I thought I told you to chuck it all out.
Oh, I just kept one bottle.
The social occasion. Ellen, get rid of it, will you?
Where'd you put it?
Come on, O'Shea.
Don't be too long, love. I want to get home for Kay.
She's probably gone straight to Dad's.
You coming?
In a minute. Stop worrying, Mum. She'll be okay.
Stop worrying. Oh, come off it, love. I've got to worry. My daughter hates me.
No, she doesn't. You know what it's like. She's just trying to prove she's old enough to make up her own mind.
Got it all worked out, have we?
Yeah. I'm a smartass. Just like my mum.
Oh, no! Jenny found a bottle of booze.
Don't tell me.
She drank it all, now she's thrown it all over the landing.
Get the mop.
That's what I'm doing. You lousy thieving bitch! I hope you die of DTs.
Come on, mate. I think we're on overtime.
Oh, well, that was better than usual. It usually makes me want to chunder.
What you going on about, Phyllis? It's always good, Tucker.
You'd think stewed garbage was good, Tucker Cass. Shut up, Phyllis.
I thought it was quite good, too.
Well, you're full of it anyway. Oh, now cut it out. Give her a chance.
Oh, she gave us a.
All right, all right. I blew it, I'm sorry. What do you expect me to do, crawl?
Wouldn't be a bad start.
Well, forget it. I'm not playing any of your games.
God, it's unreal, isn't it? She's just like on the radio.
What did you expect? Anyway, you're the one that called her bucket mouth, ain't you?
Look, all I can offer you is a lot of publicity when I get out of this place. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it, eh, girls? Seems all right.
All right, ladies, gather round. First meeting of the Wentworth Glee Club.
No way, count me out. Who asked you anyway, huh? Thanks.
Oh, here, I'll have one, Mr. Dobson. Thank you. Oh, I really love singing.
But please don't, Cass. No, thank you, Mr. Dobson. I can think of other ways of amusing myself.
What are you on about, Sonia? I can sing. I used to sing in church.
Yeah, I used to work behind one. Funny, so did I. Yeah, you meet a better class of people.
Right,
back
let's
then.
get started now. Has everyone got a song sheet? Oh, Bobby.
Get lost, singing's boring.
Cass, will you pedal for
Oh,
us?
sure thing, Mr. Dobson.
Right, number one on the sheet.
Silent night, holy night. Oh, someone call her Dr. Cass's wrong. Shut up, stupid. She's doing her best. Oh, how would you know? I suppose you're an expert, are you? Yeah, well, I'm more bad than you do. Holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Hey, the kid can harmonise.
Can't get any smell out of your clothes. Who's that on the phone? Okay?
No, help. Set the table, will you, please, sir? No, it was Meg Morris. She's coming round after tea.
Oh, good. How is she?
Oh, fine, I think. I didn't get much of a chance to talk to her.
Hi.
Hi.
G'day, Brett. Where have you been?
I went around to see Dad.
How is he? All right?
I suppose so.
Butter some bread, will you, Helen? Bit heavy on the war paint, aren't you, love?
So what?
Oh, nothing. I just don't think it suits you, that's all.
Well, I do.
Can't you be a bit nicer?
Can't she be? She doesn't want me to have had a good time at Dad and Gloria's. She hates them, Alan. She wants me to hate them too. But I don't. I like them. They're great.
Fine, fine. Now just help with the tea, will you?
How come it's so late?
We were called over to Driscoll House.
Lucky I didn't come home then. Nobody would have been here as usual.
Oh, that's not true, Kay, and you know it.
It is so. You're always at that bloody PRG place, and now it's Driscoll House as well.
Don't swear.
Okay, just shut up and help, all right?
It's always me, isn't it? I'm not allowed to be late. I'm not allowed to wear makeup. No wonder Dad couldn't stand her. No wonder he went off and found someone who was fun.
Kay.
I'll do what I like. I'm old enough.
While you're living in this house, young lady, you'll do what I tell you.
Well, I won't be living here for long then.
You're going to stay with the glue club?
Glee Club. It's a stupid bloody name anyway. No, I wouldn't be seen dead in it.
did he? Because... Oh, well, never mind. Phyllis will be pleased. She said you wouldn't last.
Too bloody bad.
Yes, you're right. Doesn't matter. I hear Reb's got a very good voice.
You're joking. You're not using that stupid bitch, are you?
Have to, dear. We need every good singer we can get. What with poor Cass's voice, what it is.
Yeah, it's not too good, is it? Suppose I could help out for a while.
How do you know my husband's on the take?
You know his mate, Fred Mears.
Yes?
I used to live with him. God, he was a bad bugger, even for a copper.
You got bad taste, so what?
Suit yourself. His Fred knew which side his bread was buttered. Took Eddie a long time to work that out.
Yeah, stupid bastard. Could have had a good thing going if he'd only realised that sooner.
It's the way the cookie crumbles, sweetheart.
Well, I hope he gets caught.
Just because he turned you down.
Mind your own business.
The whole world knows about it.
Lock up time, ladies. Sleep well.
Good night. What happened to him? Who? Rick Manning.
Do you know him? Oh, of course you would. He's a friend of Eddie's and you know everybody. And I'm glad I moved in with you.
Lost touch with him, though. I suppose being a screw's better than being dead. Not much, though.
What do you mean, dead?
Dead. Like when rigor mortis sets in. Boring old story. His fiancée got killed in that bank job Barney Gregson pulled. Anyway, Fred and Les Birmingham got a bit clumsy. And good old Rick found out they were on the tape. Trouble is he couldn't prove it.
What'd he do?
What could he do? Backed off and got out of the force. Good thing he did too. That would have killed him.
Did he know that?
Who knows? Stupid, that Rick Manning. Living in the dark ages. Trying to be a pure cop. They don't exist anymore.
Mr. Manning.
Get your food, Stephen. You'll be late for muster.
But I've got to talk.
You heard me.
Hey, look at this! Yeah, you're all right, Camilla. You can stay.
Well, I was thinking of checking out, but if you insist. I gather you don't have scrambled eggs every morning.
No beer porridge. Grey death, if you wish to be exact.
No wonder Phyllis was so pleased with me.
Forget Phyllis, I'm so pleased with you.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, of course, dear.
Judy and Cass, are they really in for murder?
Well, are they?
Judy did kill a close friend, it's true, but she was dying of a brain tumour and she begged Judy to end it for her. Exactly.
And Cass?
All you need know about Cass is that she's the most gentlest person on earth.
Hey, shut up here, love.
Oh, yeah, right, Jude. Hey, tell you what, Camilla, it's real good having you here. I wish we could have scrambled eggs every morning, Min. It reminds me of home.
Best feed I've had in ages too. It's hard enough finding somewhere to sleep, let alone worrying about what I might find to eat.
Well, can you go to a halfway house or something, you know, like Driscoll?
Driscoll? What's Driscoll?
It's a refuge for women, for people just like yourself. I used to run one on the outside.
Never heard of the place.
Well, isn't that typical? The people who ought to know about it aren't informed.
I get a feeling they will be.
You're damn right. That's one thing I can do for all of you.
Hey, listen, I'll put you on to Myra Desmond. She's running the place at the moment, I hope.
Hey, Camilla, can you really do that? Tell people what you think about halfway houses and stuff?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Bobby, hey, you was wrong about Camilla. She's not a bucket mouth at all. She's terrific.
Excuse me, madam. Mainline News. Are you with the department?
I'm sorry, no comment.
Are you an officer here?
How's Camilla Wells getting on?
Does she wear a uniform like the other women?
Does she share a cell or is she on her own? I'm sorry, Governor, but the boom gate isn't operating. I've just rung for maintenance.
Governor, how did the other women react with presents?
No comment. Mr. Davis, would you get me out of here, please?
All right, let Mrs. Reynolds through, please.
Governor, could
Now,
we...
listen, leave her alone. She's just out of hospital.
Can we see her, Governor?
Is she getting special treatment?
Miss Wells has settled in. She's mixing with the other women, and we don't expect any trouble.
What about special treatment?
All the women in Wentworth get the same treatment. Mr. Davis.
Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. I suppose I should have realized it would happen, though.
Well, you know how they think. Is there something we can do to stop them?
I doubt it. They want a story. I imagine they'll stay until they get it. I would in their place.
Well, I have one suggestion, if the minister allows it. Would you write a statement we could give to them?
Of course I could. I don't think it'll work, though. They might think I didn't write it.
You're a trusting little bunch, aren't you?
There is one thing that could work. Hold a press conference.
What?
If I answered all their questions and told them that was it until I was released, they might play ball. At least they'd know I wasn't being coerced.
This is your Camilla Wells program. I'm standing in for the next 2 weeks for obvious reasons.
Hey,
Camilla's
get that!
Oh, Ruth, was that Camilla's program?
Yeah, shut up so we can hear.
Her Majesty over at Wentworth. Now, if you've just tuned in, the question this morning is, do you think it right a person can be sent to jail for non-payment of parking fines?
He's not very good, is he? What do you expect? He's only the bloody standing.
Oh, shut up, will you? Hear what he has to say.
Was she right to stand up to the bureaucracy? Should she be in prison? Should many of the other people there be in prison?
Well, it's right about some of us shouldn't be there.
No! Tell us more about that.
What's going on?
In the meantime,
Okay, Mitchell. Hand it over. Look after it till you're finished working. Where's Stevens? Did you say something, Hunt?
She's gone to the dunny. Why can't we have the radio on while we're working?
You'll get the radio back when you've finished work, Maguire. Get on with it, ladies. Oh. Maguire, you're now on a charge.
Before it was an accident, you know it was.
Watch it or you'll go to the pound.
Now you watch it yourself. Look, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of this place. I shouldn't even be here. What do you do after the pound? Firing squad?
All right. I have tried to be fair with you lot. Obviously, it's not working. Come along, Maguire. Maguire, move it!
Let go of me!
Get out of here!
Listen, Ferguson, don't you
Shut your mouth and get out!
push me out of here!
Well, girls, the freak's back.
Oh, Mr. Manning, I've got to talk to you.
Look, I've told you I don't want anything to do with you.
Joan Ferguson wants to kill me.
Well, I imagine a lot of people do. Doesn't mean they're going to. And I don't believe Jane Ferguson will either.
What if I had something you wanted? Would you listen then?
Don't insult me, Stevens.
But I have some information.
Good. Bill it somewhere else.
Les Birmingham and Fred Mears.
Go on.
Oh, no. Not until we make a deal.
What do you want?
Protection from Ferguson while I'm in here.
And in exchange?
Oh, enough information to wipe out those two. The same way they're prepared to wipe you out permanently.
All right. Give.
Well, let's start with Eddie. He's in with them right up to his neck.
Eddie!
Yes, good, clean Eddie. He's on the take.
You know, you are one vicious bitch, Stevens.
What's the matter? Can't you take the truth? Look, he's a mate of Les and Fred's and he's on the fellow's payroll. And you know something? He wouldn't raise a finger to stop them killing you. Eddie, wake up to yourself. He's as rotten as the rest of them.
See how you feel after 24 hours in here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson. I lost my temper, that's all. It's the Irish in me. I didn't mean anything by it.
Pity. You should have thought of that before.
Oh, please, I'm apologising to you.
It's too late. Pressing charges against you, Maguire, for assault.
What?
You heard me, Maguire.
But look, Miss Ferguson, I'm not a criminal. I don't understand how you people work. I told you I didn't mean anything by it. I'm not used to being told what to do by someone.
Well, the way you're going, you'll have plenty of time to learn, won't you? Years.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're bloody enjoying it, you sadistic bitch!
I wouldn't make an enemy of me if I were you, Maguire. It's a dangerous practice.
But I didn't hit you, no, I didn't.
Tell it to the VJ.
You wanted to get me into trouble just so you could show off your power. Can't get in any other way, huh? Go on. Go on, hit me. Well, scared? Okay. I'll make it easy for you. I'll get you for this when I get out of here. I'm gonna get you, Ferguson!
Yeah, okay, Eddie. I'll see you there at 8 then. Right, mate. Can I help you?
Got an order to deliver.
Delivery bay's out the back.
Yeah, I know, but I've got to get the invoice signed first.
Oh, see Mrs. Powell.
What sort of goods?
One billiard table, a snooker set, and 4 cues.
A billiard table?
Yeah.
Some mistake.
Your order number's right there on the invoice.
Don't you not even know what you order?
Come on, love, we got work to do. Do we unload it or do we take it back?
Unload it. I'll find out why it's here.
The department ordered it. I'm sorry, I meant to tell you.
But I knew nothing about it. And according to the date on the invoice, that order went through while I was acting governor.
Yes, I know. Erica Davidson ordered it. Apparently Stanley Dobson suggested it, and she thought it was a good idea.
Well, I don't. Look, can't you see how dangerous it could be? The cues could be used as weapons, and God knows I'd hate to have a snooker ball thrown at me.
Look, almost anything can be used as a weapon, Colleen, you know that. I do think you're overreacting a little bit.
Oh, really? Look, if I'd known about it while I was in the job, I would never have allowed it. Security concerns me, that's all.
Are you sure that's all? Look, Colleen, I know my coming back has been a shock to you, but I am back, and I'd like you to accept that. I cannot work with a deputy governor who's pulling against me.
Beg your pardon? What are you suggesting?
I'm just saying that we need to work in harmony. So please forgive me for being so tactless in the way I returned, and let's get on with the job.
Hey, what have we got here?
Wow! A pool table! Fantastic!
Who's talking about the table? She's right. Reckon these two could teach us a few games.
Something else to impress me, do you think?
Yeah, probably. We did have a ping pong table once, but it got all smashed up in a brawl.
Oh, charming.
Hey, I reckon we ought to keep the fellas and send the table back. What do you lot reckon?
Simmer down, girls. Oh, we don't mind. Do we, Pete?
No worries.
Hey, anyone want a game of pool?
Oh, no, snooker's the game, Jude. Don't know Eddie Charlton, do you?
I've had dinner with him.
Yeah? Did he teach you how to play?
Oh, the girl does ask personal questions.
You know what I mean, you dirty bugger. Look out, the bitch is back.
Been some trouble?
Yeah, Rebecca Keene's the name.
Feeling better?
Okay. All right, given that.
Just get out of the pound, eh?
What's it to you?
Don't give me any trouble, Rebecca. I haven't forgotten what you did to Bobby.
She had it coming.
Like hell she did. Now you stay out of trouble.
Heard your little Irish mate getting shoved in the pound. Sounds like she didn't like.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Here we go again.
Just remember what I said.
You got any bread? Some what? I reckon I could make a nice little packet if I had some of the steak. I need $10 to start with. What have you got in mind? You get the bread. I'll show you. Thought you wanted a partner.
All right, I'll get it.
Oh, now sure you can't hang around and teach us a few things, boys?
I reckon we could teach you nothing.
It'll be fun to find out,
It's a great voice you got there, Kaz. You ought to rent it out as a foghorn.
Stan has started a singing group in class as part of it. Do you want to join?
I don't want to be in nothing that old bastard.
Well, then butt out of it and don't interfere with anyone who's in it.
Care for a game?
I'm particular about who I play with.
Pretty good. Of course, if you're not game.
I'm gay.
What do we make it interesting? How about a little bit?
How big a little bit?
Say $10.
like to and you don't. You're on. Set him up.
At least the phones have stopped ringing.
Yes, well, now that Mrs. Reynolds organised that press conference, things should quieten down quite a bit.
I hope I can get the women out into the garden tomorrow.
You going out?
No, going home. I missed my rostered afternoon off when I was acting governor, so I've decided to make it today.
Shouldn't you wait until next week when Anne's been back a bit longer?
No, thank you. I'm just taking the time off that's due to me now. Bye.
Bye.
Got the backyard cleaned up a bit.
Thanks, mate. I wish you'd go back to work, though. I don't want you to lose your job.
Oh, no way. The place couldn't run without me. What's wrong?
I just rang Kay's school. Well, to give him this number in case of an emergency. She hasn't been at school all week.
I don't understand.
Well, I do. You know where she's been, don't you? With your father and that bitch.
Doesn't he care about her schooling?
It's a long time since he's given a damn about anything to do with us. I don't know, Ellen. Maybe it is my fault.
Comfort, Mum. Don't start blaming yourself again.
No. Perhaps what Kay said last night's true. I have given an awful lot of my time to the PRG. What else can I do? I've got to work for a living, and it's something I really believe in.
Well, of course it is.
Oh, I'm going to have to go and talk to Bill.
I'll go with you.
No, thanks, mate. The last thing I need is for one of you to start throwing punches. No, I'll go on my own. Try and talk some sense into him.
Well, when's that selfish bastard ever had any sense? Just tell him to leave Kay alone. None of us need him.
Kay thinks she does. They're obviously giving her something that I can't.
Oh, they're just filling her head with a lot of garbage.
Keep an eye on this place for an hour or two, will you, love? Oh, and watch yourself when Kathy gets back. She fancies you.
Reckon I know how to handle her.
That's what worries me.
Oh, come on. I'd be $10 cold.
You want to lay bets, you better start practicing.
Yeah, well, just give me a chance to win me dough back, eh? I was out of luck.
Out of luck or out of talent?
You weren't all that hot.
Way out of your league, sister. Why don't you pick on somebody else? How about Judy?
Oh, no way. She plays pool. Hey, what's going on here? You two trying to set me up?
Oh, believe me, sister, you don't need setting up.
Pay up or shut up. Are you going to play me again or not? I'll play you, Reb. You wouldn't have one end of a cue from another, would you?
Oh, yes, I would. My Uncle Edward taught me to play when I was just a nipper.
Play as well as you sing, do you?
Yeah. Just about.
Cass, I don't think you should play for money, love. Just have a friendly game.
They don't reckon you're good enough to play for Dad, Cass.
Oh, I don't mind a bet. $10, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You're on.
Don't you think Cass can beat her?
She couldn't be any worse than Ren.
I don't know. She's not exactly poetry in motion, is she?
Yeah, she'll get done like a dinner.
Wells, Governor wants to see you.
I think I'm about to meet the press.
Remember, the name of the game is Screw the Screws.
You leave it to me.
Come on, Wells.
Well, girls, let's hope she makes them sit up and take notice, huh?
No worries. She will.
Your colleagues from the press are being shown to the staff room at the moment.
I had hoped they'd be able to interview me in my cell.
Miss Wells, you must understand that this is being done on our terms. You'll be allowed to speak to the reporters for 10 minutes, that's all. The department's not happy about this, but there seems to be no alternative.
No. They do seem to be in a bit of a corner, don't they?
This conference is to solve problems, not create new ones.
You mean I'm not to say anything to embarrass the department? You needn't worry, I shall be the soul of discretion. In any case, I have no complaints about my treatment.
All right, then. You should be ready by now.
Here I come.
What do you want?
I want to see Bill.
I bet you do. Well, he doesn't want to see you.
Oh, listen, Gloria, it's about Kay. It's important.
Who is it, Dal?
What are you doing? Door-to-door collection for your little prisoners?
I've got to talk to you, Bill.
Oh, bugger off. I'm busy.
God, you never stop, do you? Trying to make up for everything you missed out on with her, huh?
Listen, Bill, if you give two hoots about your daughter, you listen to what I've got to say.
Go ahead, talk. Gloria stays. Got no secrets from her.
I know Kay's been missing a lot of school lately, and I know she's been coming around here.
Yeah, so?
Oh, come on, Bill. She's not going to get anywhere unless she finishes her schooling. Now, look, I'm prepared to let her come and live with you if you promise me that you'll make her go to school.
Live here? You've got to be kidding.
Forget it. She's not coming here.
But she thinks... Is she in there now?
No, she's off with her boyfriend.
Boyfriend? What boyfriend?
Oh, I don't know. Some bloke didn't tell you, did she? Knew what you'd be like.
Where is she now?
Who cares? Listen, if you don't want her at home, tell her to go shack up with her boyfriend. He'd be a starter.
Listen, you bitch!
Don't start, Myra.
Lay off, Bill. You're no good for her. I don't want her around either of you.
Yeah, well, you tell her to stop coming around here.
But how are they really treating you, Camilla?
Sorry to disappoint you, Darryl. But they haven't thrown me into solitary or put me on bread and water, if that's what you mean. Quite disappointing, really.
In other words, you're getting treated very well.
In other words, I'm being treated like everyone else.
No special favours.
Not that I've accepted.
You mean they were prepared to make concessions for you?
I made it plain that that wasn't what I wanted.
You've met the other prisoners?
Yes.
What's your impression of them?
They've got guts. Some of them are quite soft, really. I wasn't expecting that.
Have they got you working?
Yes. This'll make your day. In the laundry. And to think I never do my own washing when I'm at home.
What's the food like, Camilla? You always were something of a gourmet.
It's not bad. I was quite surprised. So are the other women, as a matter of fact. They say the meals are usually abysmal.
Do you think you're seeing prison life as it is? Or are you being given a gloss job?
There's no way you can gloss over these women. They're very, very real.
How do you mean?
I mean that some of them are nice people who haven't had a fair go. But they still have the courage to battle on, and I admire that.
Do you think you'll get anything out of the experience?
I already have. More understanding, more compassion.
What about on a more practical level?
Good old practical Darryl. Yes, well, I'm gathering material for a story, even a documentary. There's a lot that needs to be said about a place like this and the people in it. Oh, not just the prisoners, but the bureaucracy involved.
You mean you found some corruption amongst the officers?
I promised Mrs. Reynolds that I wouldn't embarrass the department. I think we ought to change the line of questions.
I'm afraid your time is up, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you be able to answer a few questions, Mrs. Reynolds?
Sorry, I suggest you contact the Minister directly if you want a statement.
Well, the only statement he ever makes is no comment.
Then I'm afraid I'd have to follow his example. Now you've had a chance to interview Miss Wells, I hope you'll be as good as your word and leave Wentworth alone. We'd like to be able to get in and out of the place without feeling as though we're under siege.
I bet you're not the only ones who'd like to get out.
I'll take you through to reception.
Darryl, what do you know about Maureen Maguire?
The cat, you've met her?
Yes, says she's innocent, yes or no?
Could be. There's something going on there, but it hasn't been released to
Go
us.
back now, Wills.
But I just want to speak for a moment.
Sorry.
Well, you are a prisoner after all, Camilla. See you, darling.
Night, Gail. Night, Meg.
You get an early night.
I will. I'm going to see Paul on the way home.
How is he?
Oh, coming along fairly well.
Well, you're coming along fairly well, too, considering that you must have been under an awful strain.
Yes, well, at least things are easing up in here. No more reporters hanging round the gates.
Yeah, Rick said the press conference went really well on the whole.
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll have to wait and see what they print. Meg, is there something bothering Colleen outside here, I mean?
Well, it's a bit awkward, really, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. I just hope she's not going to do anything she'll regret, that's all.
Well, she didn't resign or anything like that. I'm sure it'll be all right.
I hope so. All right, Meg, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, damn, I almost forgot. We won't be seeing Joan Ferguson for a couple of days.
Oh?
Her father's sick. She's going to visit him.
Oh, I hope he's all right. Did she say what was wrong?
No, I just hope it hasn't got anything to do with the Rebecca Keane business. She's had enough trouble.
What is the king of Israel?
Very good, ladies. A few more rehearsals, we should be able to tackle more difficult pieces.
Oh, come on. You don't think we'd ever be able to sing in public, do you?
I don't see why not. If we practice.
Well, I thought that was very good. Do you know, I think I could do a story on your choir. Oh, of course, you'd have to progress from the Christmas carol.
You reckon we might get a mention on the radio?
Maybe.
Well, thank you for your time, ladies. We'll continue tomorrow evening. Sure you won't join us, Rebecca?
The name's Reb, and no, I don't.
Pity. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Dobson. I wish you'd lay off, Mr. Dobson.
Why don't you put your money where your mouth is, or aren't you game?
Oh, I'll put up with $10.
20 would make it more interesting. How about it?
The way you play, Reb, I suggest you stick to 10.
You want to put a bit on your mate, or are you just making a noise?
Oh, no. You're on. $1 a head, huh?
Me too. How about the rest of you? Anyone else got the guts?
Well, what do you say, girls? $1 a head?
Yeah, why not? Thing is, Red, they've all seen you play. All right, you're all on.
She should be a bit worried. She's just taken on a lot of bets.
Yeah, I know. I smell a rat, too. I think maybe it's a setup. Maybe she's hustling.
I think you're right. Be my guest. You break.
Ah, thanks, Reb. I love breaking.
I hope she doesn't hook the cue through the cloth.
Pink in the side pocket of the cush.
So you don't reckon there's any truth in it, eh?
No way, Eddie. Jane's a tough lady. Bloody tough. Killer? No.
What's Sonia up to?
Who knows? I'm surprised you even bothered going to see her.
She reckoned it was urgent.
She still gets to you.
Yeah, I want my head read, don't I?
Yeah, right. How the hell did she get involved in the rackets in the first place?
Sometimes you get sucked into these things. Easy money. Who knows?
Come on, mate. People aren't apples. They don't just suddenly go bad.
No, but things can happen. Sometimes you get swept along with the tide. No point trying to swim against it.
Pretty savage on the amber stuff, huh?
Well, I got a few things in my mind. Anyway, look, I better get going.
Something on?
You have to meet someone. A bit of business. Anyway, it's been good seeing you. Have to do it again, eh?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be in touch.
Right.
You'll be able to do it, love.
Of course you will. You play terrific, Cass.
Oh, she plays pretty good too.
Yeah, so we noticed.
Why didn't you tell us how good you are?
Yeah. Also told us you could sing well.
Another joke, Jude.
Yeah, just concentrate on the game, okay? Okay, in you go. Let her have it.
Oh, geez, it's neck and neck.
Not if she pots those two balls, it's not.
It's truth, I'm not looking.
Hey! Okay, Cass, one more to go.
You were spying on me.
I was trying to find out why you haven't been at school for the past week. Now I know. Off with some boy. I just know the trouble you're going to end up in.
Oh, terrific. Trust you to think the worst.
Well, you can't blame her, Kay. Not after the way you've been lying to us.
Only because Mum will never let me have any fun. I'm sick to death of being treated like a kid.
All right. Let's talk about this instead of shouting. Look, Kay, if I'm strict with you, it's because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did.
I'm not a criminal.
I've done everything in my power to make up for what you kids went through when I was in prison. You think your father wants you? Well, I've got news for you. He and Gloria laughed in my face when I suggested you moving in with them.
I don't believe you.
You go round and tell them you want to move in and see what they say.
Next week I'm 16 and I can live where I like. If I don't live with them, I'll move in with my boyfriend.
You'll do nothing of the sort.
I will! I'll live my life the way I want you without you interfering. You can go to hell!
See you. No!
Will I finish him off?
No, don't be an idiot. A gunshot's the last thing we need.
It's Rick Manning, isn't it? An old friend of yours, Eddie. What do you think we should do with him?
That crusher will be going in the morning. Just tie him up, throw him in the back seat, and throw some rubbish over him.
Yeah, good one. Let somebody else do the work.
Give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain Last night I dreamed